start. We have to meet the consequences. The action, reaction, and developments outside the world have influence over us. What would be its impact in the future course of action? Those had to influence any finance minister to take decisions and formulate his budgetary proposals. I have emphasized on domestic demand-driven strategy. Nobody can insulate the Indian economy from the influence of external sources totally. We had injected the stimulus package of worth rupees 1,86,000 crores. It helped us to have the growth at more than 6% during the current financial year. More liquidity was injected in the system. Still, we are not out of woods. That is why I will be happy if we can maintain the rate of inflation at 6% throughout the year. These are the issues which we cannot keep under the carpet. We shall have to address. These are the issues where the collective thinking of the entire political spectrum of the country is required, because it is not possible for any individual party to take decision. The primary responsibility lies with the government of the day. Fiscal deficit has gone upward beyond my projection. What is the credibility? For this, I am accepting the responsibility of taking subsidies in terms of percentage of the gross domestic production, because we shall have to do it. If the economy does not have the capacity to spend more, we shall have to do it. We cannot forget what the level of the foreign exchange reserves was in 1991. What happened to the credibility of the country? We will have to work out a mechanism, a strategy with the cooperation of all, and candidly admit it that no government can function without cooperation. From 1989 till date, not even a single election the Indian electorate gave a clear verdict. The political parties led the coalition governments. As far as the domestic demand-driven strategy is concerned, the most important thing is to make investment in agriculture, because that is an important area where we can encourage the domestic demand to grow. In agriculture, I have increased the allocation by 18% and Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana by 17%. I bow down to the efforts of the Indian farmers. I salute the Indian agricultural scientists and researchers for their constant endeavor to build India. Though the share of agriculture is coming down, the dependence of persons on agriculture is not coming down proportionately. That should have come down. Otherwise, agriculture is going to be overburdened. The first and foremost condition of food security is we must produce enough which can feed 1.2 billion people. No country of the world can feed them. To have the storage facilities, we have made investments and we are encouraging investments. I have earmarked certain amounts to be spent on creating godowns, warehouses, and cold chains. I am extending this facility by even lowering of interest rate without tax from 20 to 5% to create cold chain, warehousing and other activities. I have indicated rupees 5,75,000 crores for agricultural credit, and I know that this is also not adequate. We have this short-term crop loan of rupees 3 lakh. It is not for rich farmers, it is meant substantially for the middle and poor farmers. I have provided additional interest subvention to help the farmers who would keep their produce in warehouses. I have made infrastructure investments. I have stepped up allocation for the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana and for education. Backward Regions Grant Fund is an outward grant from the center to the states to help them, and I have stepped it up substantially. Some states have used it earlier. Chief Minister of Bihar has used it very efficiently and effectively. As a result, there has been substantial development. How can we address the debt burden? Unfortunately, what went wrong with some of the states was that rupees 1,22,000 crore went to debt consolidation as a result of the 12th Finance Commission's recommendation for those states who enacted the FRBM Acts early. But those who came late and got the FRBM Acts enacted only in early 2011 could not naturally get the benefit of that. I have appointed a small group to look into these problems. Today, there is hardly any state which does not have a surplus. It is a good sign. I have found that quite encouraging efforts are being made to achieve higher growth. By enacting the FRBM Acts, they are bringing the discipline. There should be some proportion between the state gross production and the state tax ratio. It was agreed upon between the empowered committee of state finance ministers and the Ministry of Finance that we will bring down the central sales tax.